So hello you guys, welcome back to my channel, all that shit. Let's just get into it because I've got a lot of thoughts about this week's episode of World Beyond. So, as I have kind of gotten into the habit of doing, if you don't watch the show, that's fine, whatever. If you're just here to hear my thoughts and to read other people's thoughts, cool. But please keep it polite. I don't like seeing nastiness and downright fucking meanness. If you don't like something, that's fine. But you can phrase it in a way that's not totally horrible to other people. So just be respectful, be mindful of others. Please remember that people do read comments, people do read mentions on Twitter. So just keep that in mind moving forward. Because I think the last week in particular, I've been seeing a lot of stuff, not so much aimed towards me. But I have been seeing kind of stuff online and I'm just like, God damn, if I was on the receiving end of that tweet, it would break my heart. So yeah, just be mindful of what you say and post online because humans do read it. So anyway, on to the episode. World Beyond is something. It really is a completely different show to what we're used to. The feel is different, the vibe is different, how it's shot, the kind of, I don't know, the whole vibe to the show is just so worlds apart, worlds beyond what we're used to. And I like it. I think it's different, it's fresh, it gives this show a more youthful feeling to it. Now that can be both like an asset and a hindrance because there is some moments in the show that I feel like I'm too old for this stuffery, okay? This stuffery, so when you want to say fuckery but you're being polite, this stuffery is just, what is this, you know? But that's just like in fleeting moments where there's those teen angst moments or there's those lines that just make you kind of go, generally I've been enjoying the show. I think I've said it already. The pacing is beautiful. The kind of what's the word I'm looking for? The balance between like flashbacks that give us backstory and modern day is nice. It feels kind of well adjusted that you're getting to know all the characters without feeling overwhelmed. Now I've said it so many times before. Whenever I start a new show, I spend the first season being fucking lost as to who everyone is. I don't know names, I don't know backstories. I'm like, who's this? I don't know. This bitch is relevant apparently. Big part of the reason why Game of Thrones was just so confusing for me to get into in the beginning because there's so many names, so many people, so many places. I was like, I don't know who anybody is. I'm lost and I'm scared. Someone come get me. But with World Beyond, I don't know, like I've said it before, I do follow the Walking Dead World Beyond's like Twitter and Instagram page, and I feel like that does help. Now, you have to be careful with spoilers as well because for some reason, this year is just the year of everyone gone fucking nutty, and everyone's like tweeting spoilers before the episode is even aired. They're giving us information that they probably shouldn't be, so I do kind of have a lot of the accounts muted because I don't want to experience spoilers. And I do always say to people, until you've seen the episode, stay off social media because you will be spoiled. You will read something by someone, more than likely an actor, not even like a viewer or like a fan page. The actors just tweet like there's no tomorrow. So be careful if you haven't seen the episode. Avoid social media. You are responsible for staying away from spoilers, if that makes sense. But that being said, the pages do such a great job of like introducing characters and getting you used to them, getting you used to their names and stuff. Because the Instagram page did that with World Beyond, where they did like a character profile week by week in the lead up to the show airing, and it did help because their names, like the main cast's names, are like ingrained in my brain from these posts, and if it wasn't for them I'd be absolutely lost. I did prefer this episode to last week's episode. I feel like it moved and flowed a little bit better. I liked the setting and the scenery. Being in the school, it was just kind of creepy and kind of spooky, you know. I liked the dance scene that we got between Silas and Iris. Silas and Iris, that's hard to say quickly. One thing though I didn't really get is Iris said that like, oh, if she could go back, she would have done more, she would have done stuff differently, she would have gone to more dances and stuff, and it's like, but you lived in a safe community, you did get to experience all this stuff, you got the kind of school experience and the teenage experience to an extent. I mean, she got to experience it more than people who lived outside the walls and outside the community, so I don't really get where she was going with that story. But I thought the scene where she was dancing with him and then everything transitioned and you could see all the kind of the other teen dancers around them, and it did feel very high school, very prom. It reminded me of the Love Me Like You video by Little Mix. That's all I could think of. I think I mentioned it in the reaction, but people said it in the comments too, and I am kind of inclined to agree. The wolf storyline really just went fucking nowhere. The wolf was just spawned into the hallway, growled a little bit, and then what's her name? Hope and your one Huck. Is that her name? Tara 2.0. I think her name is Huck. they just walked past the fucking wolf, and it was like, alright, so that was really not even an issue. We got a little bit of backstory on Elton where we saw him say that he was claustrophobic and it looked like he was locked in a little box. I'm interested to get more on that because he's such a lovely little happy-go-lucky little fucker. He's a ball of sunshine, you know. I do want to learn more about him though, and more about like with everyone else, the backstory, their upbringing. We haven't really got much on him, or have we got anything on him? We got to see Silas have his first walker kill, which it's about time. I kind of mentioned it offhandedly in the video that like, how far into an apocalypse can you go without killing a walker? Apparently these fuckers can go pretty goddamn far. But we got to see a walker kill. It looks like they're going to get more kind of ingrained and more used to doing stuff like that, which at this point probably would be needed because I've noticed viewers are starting to kind of bitch about the fact that these kids don't know what they're doing. I mentioned it in last week's video. That is the selling point of this show. They are kids that have no experience with this shit. They haven't been outside the walls before. They haven't had to deal like one-on-one with walkers and with life or death situations because they've been sheltered their whole lives. That's the selling point of the show, you know? So people, like, I've seen a lot of people bitching about that, saying that, oh, it moves too slow, or they can't kill walkers, Judith can kill walkers. It's like, it's completely different circumstances. I would trust Judith, the little child, with my life. Do you know what I mean? But that being said, I wouldn't even trust myself to look after the kids in World Beyond, because they're kind of so inexperienced that it would make me anxious. But yeah, that was just some of my thoughts on this week's episode. I did like it. The after credits scene, I don't know what to make of that. I've seen people saying that your man, one of the test subjects, I know that it was the are you an A or a B kind of thing, so that would tie it in with The Walking Dead. Someone said that one of the test subjects was one of the doctors from the photo on the lady's desk. Either way, it's cryptic. It's gonna tie stuff in. You're one sitting there eating your sandwiches, running tests on walkers, and I'm like, hon, do you even have a heart? I liked it. It flowed well. It did feel very kind of Breakfast Club, teenage, parallel universe, I guess, because you've all these kids walking around to school, looking at what would have been normal at one point, but none of it's normal because of the circumstances. I liked it. I think it did work. It was fun. It was different. I think the setting can really like affect an episode, and this one, it just worked. It just worked for me. Character-wise, I'm kind of gravitating towards, I like Felix an awful lot. I like Felix and I like Elton. I'm not warm into Hope for whatever reason. I don't know why. She's a grand character, like, but I don't know. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought down in the comments. Again, even if it's not to me, even if you're just putting up a post in general online somewhere, just be mindful. People do see what you write. And I know some people don't really care about that, and it's like, I don't know how to explain to someone that you should probably care about other people, but there you go. But yeah, just be mindful about what you say online. Let me know your thoughts, good or bad, whatever they may be, down below. If you guys want to see more content from me, the link to my Patreon is down below, where, lads, if I talk about Halloween week one more time, I'm going to bash my own head in. In the lead up to Halloween, I'm going to be doing a movie reaction every single day for Patreon. Yesterday was The Nightmare Before Christmas. I think today's Corpse Bride. But yeah, there's a bunch of new shows and reactions and stuff started over there. I upload twice a day, so it's very happening and popping over there. So the link is down below. If you could support me, I would very much appreciate that. And if not, that's totally fine. The link to my Twitter and my Instagram is also down below if you'd like to connect and talk some shit. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all soon.